Hello everyone, welcome to another Blender tips and tricks series. In this video, we will see about how to create custom workspace for your need in Blender. In this video, I will be focusing on custom workspace for geometry nodes editor. I release new videos on a weekly basis. Please subscribe to my channel so that you'll be notified when I upload a new one. This is Jay from CJ Academy. Let's start. I have the default workspace, or in this case a custom workspace. I'll show you how to do this. So if you see here, I have a bigger space for the geometry nodes, and I have a 3D viewport on the right side, outliner and properties panel, and also the spreadsheet editor. First I'll go back to the default one, load factory settings, yes, file, save the startup file, overwrite it, yes, and now if I start again, it will open the normal Blender layout. So that custom workspace is gone. I'll show you how to create that custom workspace. Before that, you have to understand how the different sections of the working area, or the areas this is called, is designed. I have covered this extensively in a separate video. I'll share link in the description. You can go through it. So I'll quickly explain it. So these individual areas that is divided here is these are the different workspaces. Okay. So to have a custom workspace, if you go to geometry nodes, because we are going to focus for a geometry nodes editor, this is also fine, but even though it has a wider space for the geometry nodes editor, it doesn't have the full window to play around in a better way. So for that reason, I will create a custom workspace for me. So for that, you have to go for the plus symbol, okay, and go select geometry nodes. This will essentially create a similar setup as the geometry nodes with the 001. I'll rename this to CJ. You can keep any name you want. And what I'm going to do is I'll make more space for the geometry nodes editor section. This is basically geometry nodes editor. Okay, and move the 3D viewport to the right side. If you see, these are all different areas divided, so you can actually merge them easily like this. So there is a plus symbol, and if you move any one side, it will be merged. Okay, I have merged both of it. This I'll change it to 3D viewport, expand it a little bit. Okay, now here this is properties tab. Now let's divide it, bring the outliner also here. Okay, and this is keyframe or timeline, little bit raise it and bring one more, so a little bit expand it and change this to spreadsheet editor. So spreadsheet editor for geometry nodes is needed, but not always, so we can keep it below and we can expand it when it's needed. Okay, now if you see this setup with the custom name, and you have to be careful what you are choosing for the default workspace. If you say create a geometry nodes or do some operation and then you save it, every time you open Blender, that is what you will get. So you have to be careful here. So I will not create anything new. I just finalize the layout, and now we will go to default save startup file. This means the loading file will be overwritten with this custom design we have done. Click on overwrite. Okay, now it is overwritten. Now let's close it. If I open again the Blender, I will get the custom layout with the custom name. Okay, if you see, it's with CJ, and I have all the layouts here. Even the cube orientation is saved. Now let's say you don't want this, or you want to create a different one. You can create a different one by going here, or if you don't want this and you just want the existing ones, you can go and say load factory settings. What this does is it will go back to the default setup. Okay, if you say load, then everything is gone, but you have to save this in the startup file, otherwise it will not be saved. and when you open again you will get the previous setup again. So if I go now without saving it, what you will get is the custom workspace which you have created. So because you have reverted it but you never saved it. So default load factory settings, yes, this is what I want, and then go to default save startup file, override the customized startup file again. Now this is done, and if you open it again, now you get the default workspace, and it can be changed just to load geometry nodes as you start, and this is also possible. You just have to save it here, and then when you load, the geometry node section is opened by default. Okay, so yeah, this is about creating a custom workspace. A custom workspace specifically for Blender geometry nodes is good because it needs a good space to utilize the geometry nodes editor section. So I definitely needed this, so I'll just go back to this and show you one more time. 3D viewport, expand it a little bit, bring in outliner here, and bring in one more, change this to sheet editor, and that's it. So I will save this as CJ, save startup file. Okay, even better. Yeah. So yeah, that's about creating a custom workspace and how to revert it back. If you find this video useful, please like it, share it with your friends. If you want me to cover any specific topic in geometry nodes in Blender, please let me know in the comment section. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in another cool video. Thank you. Bye.